Hi, everybody. Thanks for coming. I'm going to start that one over because
Yeah.
I don't need to say, hey, everybody. Hi, everybody. I am Eric. Thanks for checking into another.
You just said it again. I don't need to say hi, everybody. Hi, everybody.
Apparently,
Not gonna say that.
Yeah,
Hi, everybody.
Apparently, that's how I'm going to start it out
Yeah,
because it just comes
Just
out
go with
naturally.
it.
Hi, everybody. Thanks for coming into another video from the Hoekstra Reiss team. I'm Eric. We've got Tyler and Jeremy here today. What we're going to talk about today is going to be a good tip for sellers, but also for buyers as a negotiation tactic, I'd say. We're going to talk about the Minnesota nice effect and, well, at least our definition of the Minnesota nice effect in real estate. Mm-hmm. So do one of you guys want to open up and talk about what the Minnesota nice effect is as we're discussing real estate here?
Yeah, absolutely. I like to think I coined the phrase, but I probably heard it. I'm not that smart. I probably heard it somewhere. But the Minnesota nice effect, everybody's heard of Minnesota nice, right? You know, you waved your neighbor, everything like that. But in real estate specifically is a buyer in Minnesota, at least this Midwestern culture of if they feel it's overpriced, they're not going to make an offer on it. You can beg them and say, just give me an offer. And they're not going to do it. You drop the price, all of a sudden everybody feels the value's there, and now they all want it. When a day before they would have gotten a better price.
I don't want to offend them by giving them a lowball offer.
Even if they say, you can't offend me. That's the Minnesota nice we're talking about. And I do think we're poised to have some sellers make this mistake in such a hot market. And what I mean by that is, as we're hearing everything skyrocketing up, and just because it's a lack of inventory, some sellers are thinking, well, I'm the only one on the market. I can ask whatever I want for my house. And as the market progresses and buyers are eliminated because they're buying something, sellers are going to feel that, and the days on market are going to be a little bit longer. And then they're going to think it's overpriced. Insert Minnesota nice effect. Buyers aren't going to offer when things settle down just a little bit, just because your house is for sale.
Right. And we've already seen, I would say, a couple examples of that here in Buffalo where a house probably is a little bit high, or it comes back on the market due to inspection, something falls through during the inspection process, and the buyers completely forget about it. They're just kind of sitting there in the back. They'll go off the market here soon. They're not going to sit around forever, but you're not getting these incredible, insanely high offers because although we may feel like it's a super hot market, buyers are still savvy enough, not desperate enough to the point where we're able to kind of decipher the differences between some of these, a $500,000 house, a $400,000 house, and a $300,000 house. There are still differences between those that buyers are able to see and go, yeah, we really like that house. We really want it. But that's not the right price, and we don't want to offend them because apparently they think that their house is worth that.
Well, and quite frankly, I mean, again, if we're doing our job correctly, which I feel we do a very good job at, is we price that house and put it on the market at a price point that matches this area, what the house is worth, knowing, you're still going to get offers. So say you go into the market at $500,000 and you feel, today's market, lack of inventory, we should be in at $600,000. Well, we can go in at $600,000 and maybe get one or two people looking at it. Or we go in at $500 or $550 and we get 20 people looking at it, and now we get offers of $650, way above asking price. But again, that competitive market comes in. We're getting 20 offers for you to review and look at to see what is going to be best for you as the seller. And competition fuels more competition. People see activity on it. An agent looks at a listing and they see that this house is booked the entire day. There's going to be some urgency, and they're going to come in with their highest and their best right away. Mm-hmm. If they see that there is no showings and it's been on the market for 20 days and today's average is 4,
what's wrong with the house?
What's wrong with the house?
Right.
Well, a lot of times it comes down to price. Most of the time.
Yep.
So to piggyback on that is I think you can get any agent, a lot of agents out there, because the bar's pretty low in real estate, to quote unquote buy a listing. of, oh gosh, it's so hot right now and we can guarantee multiple offers, or, we can get you the top price. I think you really have to do your due diligence in one, sit down with a local expert, somebody that knows the area, and really dive down. And it's not a bad idea to get multiple opinions and then have that conversation. A lot of it is not just sticking a sign in the yard. There's a lot more going on behind the scenes than that. So I think that's one thing for sellers to be aware of. Mm-hmm. Don't fall into the trap of that Minnesota nice effect of my house is worth so much more simply because it's my house.
Yep.
Or I'm the only one there. But then buyers, as we're entering into, as hopefully it's slowing down a little bit for buyers, or buyers are being eliminated because they're buying houses, is if you do see that house that's on the market for 20 days, 30 days, 60 days, boy, I don't think we're not going to see that for a while.
I haven't seen that yet. Yeah.
But go take a look at it. Correct. Sellers are probably a little bit frustrated of like, hey, I want to be done with this process too. Probably a little bit more open to negotiation.
Well,
so seller tip, buyer tip.
Yeah, I mean, to quote Wayne Gretzky or Michael Scott, you miss 100% of the shots that you don't take. So again, having that discussion with one of us saying, hey, here's the offer that I'd like to make on this house. It's lower than what the asking price is. Do you think that's too low? We're going to tell you if that's a low offer, or hey, based on this, this, and this, no, I think that's a fair offer. Let's go ahead and present it. You're not going to offend anybody by it. And if it's a low offer, we're going to tell you.
Yeah, you might.
But in today's market, you got to go after those houses that interest you and that you want. If you don't make an offer, they're not going to know that you want it, period.
Right.
Yeah, nobody's going to send you an offer to buy it as a seller.
Correct. So,
boy, wouldn't that be easy? Here you go, buyer. You're buying this now.
Here's what I want.
And then I think just one more thing from the seller's perspective is that if you are looking and now after hearing this, you're a little bit worried about about listing too high. I think one of the advantages to working with us, we'll tell you. Yeah. Ultimately, you as the seller are the one in charge and get to pick the price. But I'm going to tell you if I think it's a little bit high. I'm going to tell you if I think it's way too high. And knowing these two, I believe that they're going to do the same thing. So if you're worried about listing too high, talk to us. We'll help you out.
Absolutely. For Hoekstra Reiss with Edina Realty, I'm Tyler Reiss.
And I'm Jeremy Welter.
And I'm Eric.
See you next week.